So yesterday was, of course, the big vote in Parliament to decide if our British pensioners have their essential winter fuel allowance taken away from them. And of course, the government won. 348 Labour MPs, who are on 90-odd thousand pounds a year, voted in Parliament to take away the winter fuel allowance from millions of British pensioners. Now, many of these Labour MPs, they get their heating costs in their many homes paid for by the taxpayer. And that's what's galling here. I mean, for a left-wing, a woke socialist government to do this has pushed people, even their own supporters, into turning against them. Even Carol Vorderman managed to crease the plastic on her face and show how angry she was with them, as did many others. Now, Keir Starmer told his MPs, if you vote against this, if you vote against me, then I will take away the party whip from you and you'll get suspended. Now, only one Labour MP had the bollocks to do this, but the rest of them either voted or, as he said, you are allowed to abstain. And they come up with the most cowardly, shitty excuses, such as Kim Johnson, whose excuse for abstaining or unable to vote was that she had a dentist appointment, unfortunately. And then there's Gareth Snell. There's a photo of him here with a promise to the people who elected him saying, if re-elected, I promise to vote against the dementia tax, the cutting of the winter fuel allowance and commit to protect the pensions triple lock. Of course, the coward voted in favour of cutting the winter fuel allowance. Will his voters ever trust him again? I hope not. What these diabolical Labour MPs have done by abstaining is save their own careers. They want you to believe, the voters, that by abstaining they've done the heroic thing, and many of them have written statements saying, well, I'm against it, but they still didn't vote against it, did they? These people are cowardly, spineless, career-orientated amoebas. That's what they are. They've condemned millions of British pensioners to a frosty death this winter. And Reform MP Lee Anderson nailed it on the head when he said, and I quote, they've stolen £300 off millions of pensioners. It's disgusting what this government has done. They should be ashamed of themselves. I would have cut foreign climate aid and get the lunatic Ed Miliband out of office. End quote. This wouldn't have happened under Reform, of course. I believe Nigel Farage, Richard Tice, Lee Anderson and the others, they would have seen our pensioners right, as should every government. Every MP should put pensioners first. And they proved it because all 5 Reform MPs voted to save the winter fuel payment. And do you know what the worst thing about this vote was yesterday? Labour MPs cheering when they heard that they won the vote. They are a nasty, soulless, selfish, virtue-signalling, horrible lot. They really are. And all the first 3 months of Keir Starmer's reign as Prime Minister has guaranteed is that this will be a one-term government. And there we go. What do you reckon? Let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next time, Roger Trout.